Greetings, hope you're all well. Today I want to talk to you about an upcoming opportunity on the Zagga platform for a construction and development project that is happening in Sutherland, which is around 30 kilometers southeast of the Sydney CBD. This is a project that we're undertaking for a large Sydney-based developer. It's quite a large project, but most of this has already been pre-funded, and we're looking for a very small amount of around $800,000 for this first tranche, and then around $2.5 million somewhere around about November for the next tranche. But we thought that this would be a good opportunity to whet your appetite with some of the details of the project anyway. So I'm quickly going to share my screen with you and just take you into the investor memorandum for this loan. As you can see, the loan will be paying a return of 8.95% per annum to investors. The LVR is 65%. We're looking to lend a total of just under $11.2 million for a term of somewhere between 11 and 14 months. And there are already pre-sales contracted for this development of $9.8 million, which is very, very comforting indeed. We've given this transaction a credit score of B4, which means that we consider the default to be highly unlikely, and based on the fact that there's an LVR of 65%. I'll talk a little bit more about the LVR in a second, but the purpose of the loan is for the completion and refinance from the existing lender for an amount of about $4.5 million, the reimbursement to the developer of around $700,000, and then cost to complete funding of around $4.8 million for 21 DA-approved townhouses under construction, corner Waratah and Glencoe Streets in Sutherland. The loan is to a special purpose vehicle, which forms part of the borrower's stable. The borrower, of course, is the development group, and the private individual guarantors are the director and sole shareholder of the borrower. We have a current valuation of around 65% as if complete from the valuer. However, I should mention at this point in time that that valuation is done on a very conservative basis. And if we adjust our numbers for the valuation comes in under 65%. As I said already, there are pre-sales of $9.74 million which have been achieved for this development already, of which a couple of sales are to Defence Housing Australia, which gives us comfort that those will certainly complete when the time comes. The loan is for a minimum of 11 months, being 8 months on the construction term and 3 months for any delays. However, it could roll up to 14 months at a maximum. Investors will earn 8.95% net on their loan. This is going to be paid quarterly in arrear for months 1 through 11. But if the borrower elects to roll over, then interest for the rollover period will be paid on maturity. Should the loan go into default for any reason whatsoever, then investors will earn 11.95%. I've already spoken about the credit score, which has been attached to this opportunity by our credit team. As far as money, we only need about $800,000 for this loan. So by the time you see this video, it could well be that it's gone. But there is a second and much larger tranche of almost $3 million, which will be available in November. So if you have any interest in the loan, please let us know to info@zagga.com.au. And we will be very happy to put you on the list or send you some further information. Just to take you very quickly through the highlights of this, it's an excellent project out in Sutherland. It's quite high end. It's been designed by an award-winning designer. All of the major works have already been completed. There's evaluation from Property Logic. The developer, being a developer, is very well skilled at putting these together. There's a project manager and a highly competent building contractor that has been contracted into the development already. We like the development because of its location and the mix of the apartment works. But it will be secured, of course, by a registered first mortgage over both of the lots at Waratah and Glencoe Streets in Sutherland, together with first ranking GSAs and PPSR registrations over the borrower, a specific security agreement of all the shares in the borrower, a tripartite agreement between the borrower, Zagga, and the builder, and then personal guarantees from the director and sole shareholder of the developer entity. So it's very well secured. There's a very good exit strategy, either in the form of pay down from the pre-sales, of which, as I said already, 5 are Defence Housing Australia sales, totaling almost half of the pre-sales amount. There's some additional exits, a secondary exit via refinance against completed and unsold lots. And then, of course, the developer and the guarantors have quite deep pockets in terms of their own balance sheet capacity to be able to take out this loan should that eventuate. We like the loan, and our external credit consultants have given a number of key points of recommendation, especially around the fact that the lending parameters are appropriate for a project of this nature, backed by experienced developer and builder. The pre-sales provide a level of comfort, very capable head contractor and a full PM and supporting team. There are strong primary and secondary exits available. The project is very well located, around 30 minutes by train to the Sydney CBD, and there are a number of government stimulus measures in place which would make this project attractive to buyers. So, as I said, from a timing point of view, we're only looking for $800,000 in the next couple of days. Get on your buzzer quickly and let us know if you want some of that. If we have some left, we will give you for sure. But if not, then there'll be a second tranche of around $3 million available in November, and let us know if you'd like some of that. Anyway, I thought it would be interesting just to share that with you. It's always nice for us to be able to show you some of our investor memoranda and for you to be able to see the way we put it together. So any interest in that, please get hold of info@zagga.com.au. Other than that, I'll take this opportunity to wish you well, ask you to take care and look after yourselves, and we'll see you next week for the next video. Thank you and goodbye.